day students. In this video I am going to explain the construction of push down automata. What is push down automata actually? So the push down automata is a variation of your finite automata. The type 2 context free grammar can be recognized using this push down automata. The type 2 context free grammar can be recognized using this push down automata. So in finite automata doesn't consist of any memory unit, whereas your push down automata consists of a stack as a memory unit. So it has a stack as a memory unit. So a PDA consists of three components. One is your control, another one is your input tape, and another one is a stack. With respect to stack, we can have like two operations, push and pop. So if you have a set of string, that is which has to be checked whether it is a context free grammar or not, you can check with the controller and either you can accept the string or reject the string. This is the general idea behind a PDA, that is a finite state machine with a stacker. So the PDA is being represented by a 7 tuples, set of state, set of input symbol, gamma, that is a set of stack symbol, that is a symbol which can be pushed or popped out of the stack. Then the set of transition, Q0 is your initial state, Z0 is the symbol which is being used at the bottom of the stack, and F is your set of finite state. So here the delta transition is represented by a 3 tuples, that is a state, input symbol and the gamma. So what is your state, current state, what is the input you are getting right now, and what is the top of the stack. If this is the left hand side, the right hand side, so from there which state you are going to move and whether you are going to push or pop the element. So there are two types of PDA, deterministic and non-deterministic PDA. In this video we are going to see how to construct a deterministic PDA. Deterministic PDA, as the name constraint, for a single input it has like literally a single move, whereas a non-deterministic PDA, for a single input it can have like more than two moves. A PDA can be accepted by two way, either as an empty stack, that is in the Q0 state for a given string, top of the stack is Z0, and if you want to go to the final state, either it could be popped. The pop symbol is represented by an epsilon. So this is the acceptance by an empty stack. Whether the another way of representing by accept some by some final state, you can represent some state as a final state, and if your PDA stop over there, it can be represented and we can make it as acceptance by final state. Depending upon the problem, we can able to design it. Okay, for writing purpose, for an engineering student, what are the things which has to be written for a PDA problem? So these three things need to be written for scoring good marks. That is, if for a given problem, you people need to write a PDA diagram, then the transition move, and for sure the instantaneous description, that is for accepting and the rejection of the string, what is an ID we need to explain. Only if you have all these three components, you can able to score good marks. Okay, let's start with a very basic problem, that is construction of deterministic PDA for a language accepting A of n, B of n, where n is greater than or equal to 1. That is, if n is equal to 1, the string will be AB. If n is equal to 2, the string will be AA, 2 A's followed by 2 B's. So how many number of n comes? You have like that number of A's followed by that number of B's. So how to design a PDA? Before seeing these concepts, let me just have some thing. So for example, if I am having an input like 2 A's and 2 B's, 2 A's and 2 B's, and bottom of the stack is Z0. So how can I design a PDA? Okay, so with respect to stack, I have like a push and pop operation. So very simple notation is how we can think is that, okay, when I am reading an A, so when I it's like a simple pointer only. So whenever I am, if I am reading when I am reading a push that A into the stacks. Okay, for this A, let me push it in the stack. then when I am reading this A, push it onto the stack. When I am reading a B, so the simple basic principle is for a single B has to be there. So when I am reading the B, a has to be popped. So let me pop it out this A. When I am reading the next B, this A has to be popped. So what happened? When there is no input, the bottom of the stack will be like Z0. It means that the string is being accepted. If, for example, if I have a very wrong string like triple A's and 1B, so what happened? First, when I am reading A, I will be popping pushing into the stack. For the next A, I will be pushing into the stack. For the next A, I will be pushing that A into the stack. Then by seeing a B, I will be popping a single B. Then in my tape there is no input, but my top of the stack is A. It means that this string is not acceptable by the PDA. Okay, this is the basic idea. Now, this idea has to be represented in a PDA diagram. So, how to draw a PDA diagram? Okay, before that, how many states do my PDA have? For pushing A, we can have like one state. For popping B, we can have it like one state. And for reaching the final state, we can have like another state. So, that's what I have explained. Let Z0 be the bottom of the stack. Let my PDA have 3 state, Q0 pushing the NAs into the stack, and Q1 popping the NA out of the stack by reading the B, and Q2 is my final state. So the tuples can be represented as I have 3 states, 2 input, only A and Z0 will be returning into my stack, delta Q0 and Z0, and Q2 is my final state. Okay, now let us see how to draw a PDA. See, this is how you can draw a PDA. Q0, Q1, Q2. So this is my initial state and this is my final state. In Q0 state, whenever I am seeing an A, I need to push it into the stack. Am I right? So when I am reading a and my bottom of the stack is Z0, I need to push A, Z0. When I am reading my second A, so when I am reading my second A, when I reading my second A and the bottom of the top of the stack is A is also I need to push. So only I have written like A. So when I need to pop, when I am reading a B and the top of the stack is A means I need to pop. So that is represented B, comma A. For pop, you can specify using a symbol called epsilon. So when with this, while going from this transition itself, this B has to be popped. This A has to be popped, because if you leave it, then it will go to the next B and one extra A will be there. So it is better while going out of the transition itself, you pop the A. So likewise, we can make a routine for all B. So what happened at the end? There will be no input. So at the end there will be no input, and the bottom of the stack will be Z0. Either you keep the Z0 as such and go to the final state, or pop the Z0 and go to the final state. It's depending upon the problem. So this is for pushing NAs into the stack, this is for popping NBs out of the stack, and this is the acceptance by final state. So for the given diagram, for the given problem, you have drawn the PDA diagram. Next you have to write the transition, that is the delta transition. How to write the delta transition? So as I said, we have to write the state, input and stack as I said before. So for pushing of data, I need to write two transition. For popping and for jumping from Q0 to Q1 state, I need to write 2 transition, and end of state I need to write 1 transition. So this is how it has been written. Delta in Q0 state with A as an input, bottom of the stack is Z0. I will be in the Q0 state with pushing A and Z0. Again in Q0 state, if I am reading A and the bottom of the stack is A, Q0 AA. While when I will be transition from one state to another, in Q0 state, if I am writing a B and the top of the stack is A, means I am going to Q1 state and also I am popping. So in the Q1 state, for all B's, pop an A. So that's what happening over here. So there will be a case that in the Q0 state, I won't get any input, but my bottom of the stack is Z0. If that is the case, I can go to the acceptance state either by 2 ways. If it is empty stack, pop the Z0. If it is by final state, have the Z0 as such. So in this way you need to write the transition for the given PDA. The next one is writing the instantaneous description. Okay, for this let me consider a string that is AABB, and for ID this symbol, Turnitin symbol, is very important. Only with this you need to write the ID. You should not put simply arrow mark, dot or dash and all if you are doing those things, because with respect to the subject, notation is very much important. And so let me in the Q0 state AABB in Z0. So what happened in Q0 state? If it is A, it will be pushed, am I right? So again I will be in the Q0 state only. So in Q0 state already one A is readed, so it is going to the next. So ABB, that A is being pushed into the stack. So that is what represented. Then again use the same symbol. So now what happened in Q0 state, again I am seeing an A. So again I will be in the Q0 state. Then my BB and all my A's are being pushed. Then Q0 state, if I am seeing a B, pop the A and go to next state. So only I am in Q1 state, one B is already read and one A is already popped and Z0. Then again in Q1 state I am reading a B, so I will be same in the Q1 state and there is no input. So let me insert an epsilon over there. All my input were being handled, comma, then this is thing. So now string accepted. Same way for string not accepted, what happened? Let me take it like 1B and 2A. 1A and 2B. And what happened? Let me see. So by seeing Q0, I will be in the Q0 state only. Push it. So BB, comma A is at not. Then again Q0 in B means I will be popping an A and I will go into Q1 state. So in Q1 state a B will be there and A is being popped. So I am stuck here. So for this condition I don't have any handler. It means that string is not accepted. String is not accepted. Next, so this is an example for AN and BN. Similarly, let me show an example for another traditional way of doing it. That is another traditional sum WCWR, where W is a string which belongs to A and B. That is, if W is A, then WR is A. That is the reverse. If W is ABB, then WR is BBA. It is a kind of palindrome with a C in the middle. For this kind of language, how we can handle? So how we can handle? For example, if I have a string like A, B, center C, then B, C, how we can you think of it? Okay, I can push all for a single A, there is a, this one is A. For a single A, at the end there is an A. For a single B, at the end there is a B. So simple knowledge. When I am just reading a A, when I am just, let me take an arrow mark. Okay, when I am just reading a push that A into the stack. Again I am reading a B, push the B into the stack. When I am reading the C, go to the next state. Then in the next state what you do is that for a B, if the top of the stack is B, then pop it out. Then for a A, if the top of the stack is A, then pop it out. And by the end you will be reaching the Z0. Having this as an idea, how we can think of, okay, we can have a one state for pushing all my A's and B, and the next state for matching and popping out, and another state to accepting in final state. Here the only difference is we are pushing both A and B into the stack. So how the PDA will look like? So this is how a PDA will look like. That is 3 state. If I am getting an A as because there is no restriction, W can be either A or B. I may get a input something like with start with a A, or it can also be start with a B, a combination of anything. So there is no restriction. So only I have like a combination, I have written everything. There may be a chance my first string is A, top of the stack will be Z0, push it out, or B, push it out. A may be there, A B will be there, B will be there, BA. Whatever the combination, just push it into my stack. When I should stop pushing means when I am seeing a C. When I am seeing the C, the case is that the top of the stack could be nothing. Maybe there is no string also, problem, or it could be A or it could be B. If that is the case, don't pop anything. See, I haven't popped anything or I haven't pushed anything. Keep it as such and go to the next state. This is the keep it as such. If you are pushing, there will be like two symbol over here. If I am not pushing, only this symbol is here. Okay. And here for A pop, for a B you pop. Because for A, B, so as it is first come first serve service, only a B and A will be popped as it is in reverse. And finally there is no input and the bottom of the stack is Z0. You can accept this state. So in this way we can draw the PDA for this particular problem, and this is the move. For pushing, as I said, for all combination 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 combination I have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 combination I have written, and also the C. While I am in the Q0 state, if I am seeing a C with a Z0, A or B as the top of the stack, I will be going to Q1 state doing nothing. That is also written over here. Then here with for a A pop, for a B pop, and for the final state. So likewise you write the all the rules, and then the then the ID. So then ID is very simple. Same way you can able to write the ID. Then another sum I just want to show you, an interesting sum is 0n 1 to the power of 2n. That is, if n is equal to 1 means 0 1 1. If it is 2 means 2 zeros and 4 1. Likewise it goes on. So if this is the case, how to draw the PDA? If this is the case, how to draw the PDA? So I will show the diagram how they designed it. For the 0, n0, just push it onto the stack. n0, just push it onto the stack. For the first one, for the first one, you just read it, do nothing, go to the next state. Then for the next one, pop it out. Again for the another one, leave it. Then for the next one, pop it out. Likewise, you read one, leave it off, then read one, pop it out. Likewise, you can able to do it recursively until you reach the bottom of the stack. So how it was going on? So let me show it with an example. So let me consider like 0 1 1. So the let me take two zeros, and then I will be having like 4 ones. What happened? By seeing all my zeros, so let me take an arrow mark for convenience. By seeing my 0, I will be pushing the 0 into it. By reading the next 0, I will be pushing the next 0 into it. By seeing the first one, I will do nothing. By seeing the next one, I will be popping it out. Again for my next one, I will do nothing. For the next one, I will be popping out. This is the procedure. Understand? So how? Push n zeros in the stack, read the first one and change the state, read the second one and pop the 0. So in this way, the PDA can be constructed. So pushing all zeros into the stack, all n zeros into the stack. So this is n zeros into the stack. Then reading 1 and change the state. Then pop 0 for the next one symbol and read 1 and change the state. So likewise it goes on. And for that, how to write? So here like 2, 3, these transition table, you can write it. For a 0 0, you push it out. For a single one, leave it out. Then for the next one, you pop it out. And this is for reaching the final state, and this is for checking the next occurrence. For this particular state, this is the checking the next occurrence of your one. So likewise you can write the set of rules, and the id is very simple. See, q0 0 1 1. So what happened, in if it is 0 it will be pushed, so q0 1 1, then my 0 is at naught, then in the q0 state if it is a 1, I will be going to q1 state actually, and 1 will be there, and here 0 z0 will be the same. So in the q1 state you can see that if I am seeing a 1 and top of the stack is 0, you pop it and go to q2 state. So what happened here, so I will be going to q2 state, and there is no input now, so my symbol is epsilon, and there also I have only z0. So here I have like two state. If this is the case, go to the final state, or already if you have another 0 into a stack, you go for the next iteration. So here there is no symbol, so I will be going to my next final state, which is my q3. I will be reaching my q3 I will be reaching my q3. It means that the string is accepted. Okay, so in this way we can design a deterministic PDA. I think I have shown you 3 interesting examples. Enjoy learning. Thank you.